Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for All New Hawkeye issue 4. Before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 133, I think we're up to, and that show will review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are the exclusive comics. We have a lot. Earth 2 Society issue 9, Darth Vader issue 16, Green Lantern Edge of Oblivion issue 2, Badger issue 1, Zodiac Star Force issue 4, Mirror's Edge issue 6, Grim Fairy Tales issue 119, Spider-Man 2099 issue 6, King's Road issue 1, Sunflower issue 4, Starfire issue 9, Silk issue 4, Black Canary issue 8, Batman and Robin Eternal issue 19, Weird World issue 3, Injustice Gods Among Us issue 3, Legends of Wonder Woman issue 2, Totally Awesome Hulk issue 3, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 5, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. issue 2, All New X-Men issue 4, and Batman Superman issue 29. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 133, which is annotated. But let's start talking about All New Hawkeye issue 4. Now this is actually a series I usually don't do in-depth reviews for. It's usually an exclusive review for Comic Uno episode. But for at least this issue and maybe issues to come, with the Kate being the main centric flashback, I wanted to cover it for this channel and talk about it because Kate Bishop's one of my favorite characters and I was really looking forward to this issue. But let's see if it lived up to my hype. So, cover is gorgeous. I love that we get to see a smaller Kate here, looking into a puddle to see our Kate that we know today. I thought that was a really cool cover. Really like the artwork for that. Now, let's start talking about the art in the interior. Now, there are two different styles of art. We have our present story, which I actually think is pretty plain. I don't like that there's not a lot of detail. Like over here, Maria Hill doesn't even have eyes. Her facial expression is pretty much the same in every scene. So I'm not a big fan of the simplistic art for the present. And then for the art in the flashbacks, I like, but I really think the coloring could be a little darker in a way. I think it's way too bright and it kind of takes you out of the story. So the art I do think needs a bit of an improvement for the series. Just for us to kind of dig deeper into the story. So wasn't a huge fan of either the flashback or the present style of artwork. But let's see what's going on with the story and see if I like that. So let's deal with the present first. So with the present story, it's more about Clint. It's Clint trying to figure out where Kate is. He thinks that she's trying to find the children, and she is. And we find out that the children's kind of connected to Hydra, and now Clint's gonna have to defeat some of Hydra to get the children, and I guess, you know, reconnect with Kate. And that's kind of what's going on in the present. And then the flashback has to do with Kate and her father, and what type of connection they had. And we see Kate start to realize that her father's not the best person, even though she kind of wants to be like him. So I'm sure we'll continue to see how that actually applies to the story, but that's kind of what the whole issue is about. Now, I will say the positives of this book. Well, first of all, positive, I think this is the best issue I've read from Lemire's run, including this volume and the last volume. I'm still not a big fan of the children arc, and I hate that story is still continuing, because that's a story that was in the last volume of All New Hawkeye, or it was just called Hawkeye. I'm pretty sure it was called All New Hawkeye, and now this volume of All New Hawkeye. So I'm not really liking how long this arc is, and I wasn't even interested in it in the last volume, and now we have it again, and I'm like, alright, just end the story already. But the thing I did like a lot with this issue, and why I thought this was a better issue from what we've been getting, is the Kate backstory. Because, again, I've been a big Kate Bishop fan for a very long time, and I always wondered why writers haven't really dug deeper into who her family is, because that's actually how Kate was introduced, as this rich, privileged person, and then you find out a little bit more about why she wants to be Hawkeye or why she wants to be a hero, but she's introduced where she's at her sister's wedding, and the Young Avengers crashed the wedding, and then it's actually Kate who saves the day, which is just an awesome intro to our character. But then, you know, we see a little bit of the father, and then there's this arc in Young Avengers, not the first arc, but the second arc. It's called, and this is the first volume, I know a lot of different sectors for that, but it's called Family Matters, and every family dynamic is really dealt with in that story besides Kate's. I always wondered, like, why aren't we learning more about why she wants to be this Robin Hood type character? I thought it would be interesting to see that. And finally, we are digging deeper into that. Now, I won't say that there's a lot of it here. Like, what we were presented, I liked, but it's a bit slower. But I enjoyed going into Kate's mind. I really liked the dialogue or the monologue of her discussing how you feel that your parents are superheroes or at least good people, and then she realizes, oh wait, my father actually isn't either of them. So I like that. Now, going into the present, I feel like that was definitely the downfall of the book. I, again, don't really care about the children arc, and also I think the story would have been stronger if it was just Kate, honestly. I know this is Clint's book also, but I feel it would have been a stronger parallel if we had Kate's, you know, father in the present and then having that past story. But Kate wasn't in the present story at all. Now, another negative I have towards this series is that Clint and Kate, like, are never friends. Like, I feel they're always in a fight in every volume. This includes Fraction's run and Lemire's run. It's always them, you know, separating and them not liking each other more than them acting as a team. So that's definitely a big downfall to the present story, because that's why we didn't really get to see Kate in the present. But yeah, I do think the flashbacks were a big improvement from what we were getting with Clint's flashback. And we'll see where it goes. Hopefully the present story grabs me a bit more, and hopefully the artwork gets a little bit more detailed and a little bit darker also for the flashbacks. But yeah, All New Hawkeye issue 4, I gave 3.5 stars. Again, I thought this was a better issue than what we've been getting in the past, but I still think this book needs a big improvement. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.